Okay, so you bought a house with a primary, like a conventional loan, then you turned around and rented it out and you're not cash flowing. So there's 5 reasons why real estate investors buy houses. This is very important for you to write down. What are the 5 reasons why everybody buys houses?
To build wealth.
Let's get specific. Like build wealth is like when people say synergy. I'm like, what? What does that mean, right? So number 1, cash flow. Obviously, like we want cash flow, right? We want more money coming in than what's going out every month. And that's what's got you worried because number 1, most people look at cash flow as the only reason why people buy real estate. We're filming a TV show right now, right? So I've got 30 people on the crew from A&E that don't know anything about houses. And so they're sitting here talking to us and they're like, yeah, you bought that house because it cash flows, right? And I was like, actually that property I bought, pretty rare situation, but that property I just bought does not cash flow. And they go, what? Why would you buy a house that doesn't cash flow? Isn't that the whole reason why you buy houses? I'm like, no. The second reason why we buy houses is maybe a different phase in the business. But for me, the first thing I look at right now, Jess, is how much can I depreciate on that property, right? So depreciation, tax benefits. Okay. Now where that is different for maybe a you or a me is that I don't make as much money as an MBA starter, but I make enough money that you could definitely say my paychecks come in as much as an NBA player, maybe like a 6th man or a 7th man, or maybe a 10th man. Like I make good money. Like most real estate investors that have been around for a long time make good money. So what is the main thing that we're really looking at is we don't want to pay all of our income to the tax man. The third reason why real estate investors buy real estate is because of appreciation, right? The value of the property is going to go up. And you're telling me that you've made in 5 years, you've made roughly $60,000 in 5 years. So let's say that we're going to divide that by 5 years, which is about $12,000 per year. So that's about $1,000 per month. Okay, that's pretty cool. So right now I'm looking at this and I'm saying that my appreciation just over the last 5 years, we're not even talking like just the last 2, which has been crazy. Just last 5 years, I'm averaging about $1,000 a month in net worth growth per month. So I'm looking at 583 and I'm like, I would pay 583 to gain $1,000. All right. Okay. Well, now what's the 4th reason? Is anybody getting value out of this, by the way? Anybody seen how I justify some of my purchases for some things? Now, what's the next thing? What's the 4th reason why? Mortgage pay down. Now you're 5 years into the loan. That's pretty dope. You're 1/6 of the way done, right? You're 1/6 of the way done. The 5th reason why people buy real estate, I don't talk about this as much. Okay, so we call this leverage, okay? So Jess, I'm gonna tell you some gangster stuff for a minute, okay? The thing is, you have a freaking machine right now that can let you put yourself into really powerful situations. When you get into the multifamily space, you get into like some commercial, like Jess, how much money do you think you should be worth by the time you die? Let's figure that out. Throw out a number. Don't tell me 5 million. I'll be pissed.
Okay. I said 20.
Okay. 20 million. I can tell you is incredibly easy by owning real estate.
$100 billion.
All right. Let's go with 50.
50 is the right number. Do not even, guys, 20 million is nothing. I can tell you guys, it's $20 million is not enough money to live on the way you want to live your life. I promise you. I promise you. It's not enough money to help the people that you really want to help. College tuitions, weddings, health expenses, your parents living in a home. I promise you $20 million ain't shit. You think it is, it's not. When you get there, you go, oh my gosh, why wasn't I looking at 200 million? Then you get to 200 million, which I have not gotten to 200 million yet, but you get to 200. I can already see that in my path. Okay. Who are you trying to help with $20 million? You ain't helping anybody, especially with the 6th reason why people are buying real estate now, okay? But leverage. So think about this. Sellers, a lot of times at a very high level, multifamily, et cetera, I can get sellers to seller finance me big multifamily projects if I have collateral or equity that they can lean their interest against. So I technically don't need to refinance this property. But Jess, I can go to a seller and go, hey, well, I've got $60,000 in equity on this property, so I'll give you this as collateral for allowing me to do X, Y, and Z, whatever that X, Y, and Z is. And the problem with not knowing that X, Y, and Z, I want to now tell you all these stories of what those X, Y, and Zs are. So you go, holy crap, I have $60,000 of lightning power in my back pocket, and I'm worried about $500 a month cash flow problem. So essentially putting yourself in a strong situation where people are going to come to you. Right now in multifamily, here's what happens with multifamily stuff like apartment complexes. I want to go get a loan and I want to acquire property. Guess what that lender now they start doing? They go, what's your net worth? Okay, well, how do they derive your net worth? What do they look at? How many properties I own or how much equity I have on those properties? You have momentum building towards having stronger cards, right? So if we're sitting here trying to play cards, you've got a powerful card sitting in your deck and you're worried and you're thinking about how do I sell this card? Because it's not serving me today. I want it to serve me today.